At a dialogue organized by the Rule of Law and Empowerment Initiative in Abuja on Wednesday, the Executive Director of Partners West Africa Nigeria, Kemi Okenyodo, said the delay in gazetting revised police regulations undermines the letter and spirit of the Police Act 2020. She said the regulations are not a routine administrative exercise, but a legal and governance obligation that gives the Police Act its legitimacy.
It's not just an administrative step. It's legal and it's a governance obligation. And if it's done, it has the force of law. It creates legitimacy and accessibility. A lot of the work that most of us have done as civil society organizations and at best have been taken on board by the police are at best good practices without the gazetting. Because it takes just maybe a leadership that is not inclined to roll back on these gains.
The revised regulations, developed through a clause-by-clause review, remove all discriminatory provisions, embedded gender equality, and incorporate practices such as police duty solicitors, case management systems, and anti-torture safeguards. Okenyodo described the regulations as the Bible of the police, forming the basis for force orders and standard operating procedures.
The regulations is the Bible of the police. When the police tell you this, it's either it's according to a regulations supported by force order, because a section of the regulations can be picked and a force order is developed. So the force order now becomes like the SOP of a section that goes into details. Do we now understand why we need this regulations gazetted? And we might also understand why the police is dragging its feet. Because it means that things would be done differently. Do they understand the Police Act? They understand it perfectly.
With elections on the horizon, civil society leaders at the Abuja Dialogue warned that leaving the police force governed by outdated rules risks deepening mistrust.
We're going into an election year. And for those of us that have worked on election security management, you will understand the slogan, "He who controls the police controls elections." And for as long as we are where we are, it behoves we should understand nature abhors vacuum. It pays for some people to go with the 1963 Act, and we go into the 2027 elections in limbo, as it is like this.
The Ministry of Police Affairs has promised periodic reviews once the revised regulations are gazetted. But for civil society, the current delay is more than a bureaucratic bottleneck. It is a threat to Nigeria's security. It also undermines the credibility of the police reforms. In Abuja, I am Chimize Zadima for Signature TV.